There we go. This should be it. It. I'm saying it. Wow, those lights are bright.
Yes.
Why do we do this? Bright lights.
I don't know.
You got a nice new shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I got an old shirt.
Uh-huh. Should have kept the shirt here.
I did. But somebody made off with it in the middle of the night.
No, wasn't me then.
You're here in the middle of the night more than I am.
But I haven't been here in the middle of the night recently.
Well, you stole the shirt a long time ago, and it's in your dirty clothes, you said.
Yeah. But
I got a nice shirt like that, you know.
I didn't steal it.
With buttons and everything and
I stole it recently. But if you're saying it was stolen in the middle of the night, then it couldn't have been me. Because I stole it during the middle of the day.
Well, it wasn't in broad daylight because I'd have grabbed it.
I mean,
I'd have put the grab on it.
Obviously you didn't. So there.
So I'm the one that loses out.
This time. You're used to it. Don't act sad.
All right, I'll ask the question. What are we doing here?
As usual, no idea.
No idea.
Nope.
But it is season 5.
Yeah, season 5, episode 1.
1.0.
Yep.
Zippo
X Factory RC VideoCasts.
Season 5.
Yep.
Episode 1.
Yep. We missed out on January.
We did.
Yeah.
So we have to do 2 in February.
Right.
To make up.
We could claim this one was done in January.
Yeah, no one would know. But actually, we're off to Motorama.
Yeah. Actually, so this is a very, very important week.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Because?
Do you know why? Take a guess, podcast land.
This is VideoCast land.
Well, I mean, you know, whatever. People out there.
All right.
Tomorrow, do you know what happens tomorrow?
Thursday. We get to drive.
The 18th. Yeah, we'll be driving, but that's not the Monumentus.
We'll probably do a podcast from the car.
Or something. Right. Pitchers and catchers report.
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
Baseball.
Yep. And they're like, non-baseball fans are out there like, already? Are you kidding me?
People in UK have no idea.
Right. But for baseball fanatics like myself, like, it's been a long 2 months. Like, I don't know. After the World Series, there's an exciting period of like free agent signings, and you see what the team is going to do. And the Tigers this year have had a bunch of money to spend, so they've actually, they've gone kind of nuts.
You are not just a baseball fanatic. You are a Tiger fanatic.
Right, but it's been an exciting offseason. But the offseason always kind of trickles to an end in early January, you know, maybe January 15th. And like the month of, there's just nothing.
Nothing. The beautiful fields are under a coat of snow.
Except in Florida.
Snow.
Anyway, but they report tomorrow, and we have all these news articles coming out about how every single player is in the best shape of their life.
Oh, yeah.
Just like they were last year and the year before that.
And the year before that, when they were on the DL the whole year.
You know, the
What's
prospect...
the DL? Go ask your mother.
What's the prospect that was highly touted last year, you know, and then completely blew out and sucked,
and
is being highly touted.
He's touted again.
Yeah, right. He's the best thing.
Improved in double A.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's exciting. They report tomorrow, and we will soon have baseball.
We are happy.
And I'll tell you what, honestly, and this is total, like, just baseball fanism. It's way cooler to sit here in the shop and do work with a baseball game on the radio or, you know, playing on MLB.TV.
Yeah.
You know, it's just more I really enjoy and I know a lot of people aren't fans, and that's fine. You don't have to enjoy it. But I really do. I like the flow of the game and kind of the ebb and, you know.
Wait a minute. This is America.
What?
Baseball, apple pie, and mom.
Yeah, you're stuck in the 50s, Chaz.
Ain't it nice?
No.
No?
No.
I like the 50s.
Yep. You continue liking them.
I was a little kid.
Right.
I was like less than your age.
Uh-huh. Anyway.
50s.
I'm excited. Baseball's coming back.
Yeah. Yeah. And they'll be broadcasting these useless, meaningless spring training games with people wearing number 97 and no name on the back of the shirt. And Dan has no
Right.
idea
What's great?
who they
What's
are.
great is when the guy comes to bat and there's a pause while the announcer looks at his sheet. You know.
Yeah,
And you can
yeah.
tell he's trying to cover it. You know.
Yeah, he's trying
Walking up to the batter's box, the left-handed batter's box is number
What do you say
76.
there, Jim? Is that 76 or is that 97?
Right.
And I have actually heard them say that they have no idea who it is. It's just, it's a guy that's going
Right.
to be in double
Well, especially,
A.
you know, they try to cover for the guys in their own farm system.
Yeah.
But the farm system of the team they're visiting or that came, you know.
Yeah, the opposition.
Right.
You know, and we're playing split squad games, so there's only 4 guys that you've ever heard of that are even in the dugout, much less the rest of them.
Right.
And we are fortunate because we live in Toledo, where the Tigers' AAA farm club, the Mud Hens, are. So we've actually heard of some of these people.
Right. It's actually really cool because Mud Hens tickets are $9,
Yeah.
like just flat anywhere in the
For the
stadium,
best seat
pretty
in the
much.
house.
I guess, I mean, I think there are box seats for $12.
Behind
Whatever.
home plate, maybe.
Right, but like,
yeah.
I mean, it's super cheap. And yeah, if someone's on rehab assignment, you know, from the Tigers, you know, you get to go see like, you know, a big name player for $9 and see him up close and heckle him.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and say,
a lot of
I
fun.
remember the last time you were batting against so-and-so, he made you look like an idiot.
Anyway, baseball starts tomorrow, and I'm super excited.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, we also, you know, we're headed to Motorama, but that's,
Yeah.
no one cares about that.
Motorama. Girls.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
racing, 2 racetracks.
Two RC racetracks.
Right.
Not to mention the quarter midgets, the motorcycles, the go-karts,
Right, the car shows,
which
the battle
all have,
bots.
oh wait, they all have racetracks. And there are battle bots. They got their RC thing.
Right.
And they're kind of fun. It's hard to take a picture of them and get the photograph up on Facebook or wherever because they're in this cage and it's
Right.
got plexiglass, not
It's not
glass.
just that.
So you can't picture.
The
right.
battle bots have always been slightly disappointing to me.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree with
you know,
that.
you think about it. Someone tells you, like, yeah, RC battle bots, you know, duel to the death.
Yeah.
And, like, it's awesome. And everyone remembers the Battle Bots TV show, which was really cool. But, like, seeing it in person, and no offense, like, I understand how awesome it is for those guys and the participants. But, like, I've sat in the stands and watched a number of events, you know, a number of battles through the years that I've been at Motorama. And I've always left kind of going, like, okay,
Yeah.
that was cool. And, maybe RC has the same problem, in fact, you know, and we're just inside it, so it's harder to see that. You know, people walk up to the RC track and watch it, and this is a whole nother topic we don't need to get to in this VideoCast, but, you know, do people walk up to the RC track and watch us driving around and go, okay, that's cool, and then they leave, you know, and they don't have any, like, burning desire to go do it? I don't know.
I don't know, but I just the idea of a battle bot to me is to get some big old circular saw, okay?
Right.
And have this saw blade
No,
whirring around,
they do
sticking
that.
out the front of your thing.
They do that.
I know that.
Right.
And you ought to be able to just carve up anything with that. But
Nope.
no.
Because
no.
people put armor on them, you
Uh-huh.
know, and you can't get through it. And like from watching the matches that I've seen, the big thing is the maneuverability and being able to control it, such that you can actually hit your opponent.
Yeah, it's not near as
Because
good
you have
as
this
we
big
are.
unwieldy saw blade, you know, but you can't catch up to the guy.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. I don't know. I think that's maybe what a lot of I don't know. I see. And again, this is just having watched maybe 15 matches over the last 4 or 5 years total. Don't take this. I do not profess to be an expert or even an enthusiast at BattleBot, you know, or Robot Conflict. I think that's what it's called.
Is that the
Motorama.
real name?
Yeah.
Robot.
Well, I don't think you're allowed to call it BattleBots or something because it's probably trademarked by the TV show. Anyway.
Oh, well, we'll have to erase this whole
think-
thing.
I was on a Formula SAE club in graduate school,
Yeah,
right?
for a little while.
And Formula SAE, for those who don't know, the Society of Automotive Engineers, and the Formula SAE club at at engineering schools around the country, they spend all year designing and building their own Formula race car. Think like kind of a mix between an F1 car and a go-kart, you know? And some of these things are like, you know, carbon fiber composite monococks, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Others are just welded aluminum frames, you know, and you put little go-kart engines in them.
Well, no, I think
spec'd.
you get like a Saab engine, don't you?
I don't know. It's spec'd out, you know. And then what's really cool about Formula SAE is that at the end of the year, sometime in like April, May, actually all the clubs meet at one central location and they compete. Like they literally have like a 4-hour endurance race.
Well,
and they
also have a drag race.
Right,
I think.
they put your cart on a skid pad and on a G meter, you know, all kind of stuff. And then you actually have to come up with like a business plan for potential sponsors. Like they do the whole 9 yards of running a little race team, and it's really cool. The idea is really cool. What I found though, I was on the team, the club for 1 year, and it was a little weird because I was a graduate student, and they were all undergrads. But I found that they spent way too much time in their textbooks and in their CAD program designing the car, and they laid out, you know, you have to use like Gantt charts and lay out your production schedule and all that kind of stuff because they're trying to give you a real world experience. But the club had no interest in giving themselves much room for error. Like they gave them, you know, they were assembling the car like 2 weeks before the event.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sitting there telling them,
right?
I'm like, yeah, if something goes wrong, if something doesn't assemble right, you're done, right?
Yep.
And the other thing is, they had last year's car, and at some of the early meetings, I'm like, so when are we going to go test last year's car? And they all looked at me like, why would we do that? You know?
Yeah.
Like, why? What
because
benefit?
this year's car better be faster than last year's
right,
car,
you know,
fellas.
and you know, and the idea of putting an adjustable roll center in, or you know,
Yeah.
an adjustable wheelbase, like.
They had no clue.
Right, you know, and I kind of came in with all this RC experience, of course, and you know, there's a little bit of a mismatch between RC and real world scaled up things, but a lot of the concepts are the same. But I guess what I'm saying is, here we're a team of really smart. I mean, I went to Vanderbilt. These were smart kids, you know, but they didn't pay much attention. They wanted to design the best car they could, but they didn't pay much attention to the implementation of it and the real world testing of it.
There was no thought of testing.
And so
there was no thought of any practice for the guy that was going to drive it.
Right. I think there was basically a lot of bench racing, you know, by a lot of really smart engineers.
Yeah.
And long story short, like I kind of see the same thing with these battle bots, where these guys come up with these really cool designs, really innovative. You know, I'm going to have this kind of weapon, like a pickaxe or a flipper or whatever. But I don't know how much time they actually spend driving their car around and getting used to the real controls.
How many actual robot conflicts are there? You know, can you go club
not
conflicting?
Even just, you know, put out like a cone and you know, practice beating the crap out of a cone, you know, an inanimate object, and get used to how your BattleBot drives.
A barrel of beer.
Right, you know, whatever. And again, this is totally amateur observation. I have no idea, like, the depth or whatever, you know. And
I mean, they practice every day.
Right.
Well,
I imagine there could be a guy who builds a really simple battle bot and then does practice every day, and I'll bet you he'd do really well with it.
I agree.
Against a lot of the things that are way more complex and have way better, you know, weapons and stuff, but they can't land it because they don't know what they're doing. And I guess I say that because I'd watch these conflicts, and it'd just be the two robots, you know, spinning around in circles and chasing each other, and not really. You know, like the chasing was more because they didn't know how much they had to turn right to intercept the guy, you know, so they either went straight or they turned 90 degrees. They didn't have the ability to turn 36 degrees and intercept him.
Well, that I said earlier in this little conversation that I didn't think that they had the agility that we have.
Well, the bots do. They do. They have the speed and agility. I mean, they're using brushless motors and the same kind of servos and stuff we are, you know. They have the power that we do. I mean, I don't know if their lithium batteries are even limited. You know, you could put like a 6S in there and have all the power you wanted. In fact, there are some battle bots I've seen that use like an electric spark, and they just try to short your battle bot out. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think.
Just put two contacts on you and hit it and zap.
Right, like a little taser, basically. You know.
Wow.
But I'm saying that the operators didn't seem to demonstrate the level of skill that the top RC guys have, you know, where they've driven hundreds of thousands of laps.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I mean, even I think kind of your average club race guy has driven enough laps that he can take most jumps without wrecking, and he can turn most corners, you know, and put the car within 6 inches or 12 inches of where he wants on the track. And I didn't see that same ability.
Sort of speed.
Right. In the random small sampling of robot conflicts I've seen, I didn't see that same level of skill.
Yeah. So anyway, we're off to Motorama.
We've had plenty of videos about Motorama in the past. It's amazing, and I'm really looking forward to it. We didn't, we didn't compete last year. Last year we drove out and said hi, and when we had some business to take care of with some people out there. But we didn't get to compete. This year, you know, we're signed up and entered, and I'm looking forward to it.
We're going to be there.
Right.
So we look forward to, I'm going to try and get this up like right away today. We're shooting this on Wednesday, a little afternoon. And I'm hoping to have this up for you guys this afternoon.
Right.
It's going to be minimal production. And
So-
away we will go. And we'll probably do another VideoCast number 2.0 from Motorama, its own bad self.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
So do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Anything
what
else?
What are we doing here?
No, we already answered that.
Was that the answer?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh.
I mean, we said it was VideoCast 1.5,
Now I
1.0.
sent you out to your car for a prop.
You did.
And you haven't gotten any of the props in your
They're
hands.
sitting over there. I've been waiting for you to ask about them.
Yeah, well, will you just show one? Just
Which one?
pick.
All right, you pointed to this guy.
There. That's it. See you later, folks. Bye. I'll turn it off.